Good morning and welcome. It is Sunday the 19th of June. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Coming up today, we'll do our review of yesterday. Got a small bet today. I've ended up doing it as £8 because yesterday we did £32. If we do £8 today, that rounds it up to a £40 over the weekend. So it's an £8 bet for today, and then we'll have a word on the golf. All right, I guess a few things just before I quickly go into the review. I'm conscious over the course of this week we probably picked up quite a few new viewers who might stay on a little bit longer than Ascot. Some will have been and gone. So if you are new, top headlines here is this is a high risk channel. We win on less days than we lose, or we lose on more days than we win, whichever way you want to look at it. So most days are losing days. We're aiming for a long-term profit. So on the days that we do win, the profit should be outweighing the losing days. We're comfortably double-digit in profit since I started the channel on January the 10th. All of the profit and loss figures are all in the description for every single video, so you can go and check it out there. Mainly do horses. Some do golf every week as well, but the golf bet's much smaller, and occasionally other sports. So at some point next week I'll be putting out a tennis bet for Wimbledon. I'm not quite sure what size and what it's going to look like yet, but yeah, there'll be a tennis bet for Wimbledon as well. It's one of the other sports that outside the channel I do dabble with. So that is that. Everything on this channel is free. There are no hidden extras. There is no whiz bang music. There's no graphics to dazzle you with. It's just me telling you what I'm doing. And that's it. So for some people, it's ultra too casual, and I don't really mind that at all, because I don't need bells and whistles for what I'm doing. If you want to stay along and see what I'm doing and see how I make profit, then that's brilliant. And if you don't want to, you haven't got the patience. There was somebody stopped by yesterday who didn't have the patience. Who were very kind. They started their comment by saying, because you're on social media, you're opening up yourself up to scrutiny. I thought, where's this going? And then they were just really abusive and said that everybody who watches this channel is a loser and I'm a clown, which is very, very kind of them. But clearly they don't quite understand, because I don't have any makeup and a funny wig. So there's nothing to sell. It's just me telling you tips, and then you got to make an adult decision about whether you follow them. You do the same stake, you just follow them because you're interested, or whether you do smaller stake. And I know there's quite a few viewers who do much bigger stakes. It's entirely up to you what you want to do with them. It's just me giving you my advice. I make money on horses and gambling in general outside of this channel, so that is something that I do. I make money. The channel is in profit. Somebody asked me the other day, do I make profit? It would be strange if the channel made profit and I didn't. I'd be pretty terrible if that was the case. So yes, I make money and the channel makes money. Do I put all of the channel bets on outside the channel as well? Some of the bets I do for the channel, I genuinely lift and shift, and I upscale them and I do the same bet. Some of them I don't, and then there's all sorts of other things that I'll do on here. The channel is focused on value in the market. And you do find value in different places, which is why sometimes I do big price horses and sometimes I'll do short price horses in win trixies that people might not look like there's value, but I believe there is. Okay, that is it. Quick run through of yesterday. It wasn't a very good day. We've had two rough days really. I had it as 32 on, exactly 13 back. So in this first bet, nothing really came off there. Happy Romance was one out of the placings at a decent price, but not there. Oh, there we go. That's the right bit of paper. Next bet, disappointing again, but this was the one that it got a bit more money. So Solid Stone didn't place. First Folio did. Aldous Huxley was withdrawn at the start, so was non-runner, calling the win place. So we had two places and a non-runner in that one. So we got a bit of money back there. Then that ran disappointingly. Run to Freedom, I stand by that pick. It ran with real credit. So I think it was 9th or 10th in the end out of the 24 runners, and it did look like at one point it could get possibly sneak a place. So yeah, we didn't get anything from it, but frustrating, because if that had placed, Apollo 1 did snag 8th, which Sky Bet paid. And Knightswood was one out of the placing, so it was 6th, which originally at the start of the day would have been enough because non-runners, bookies were only paying 5. So it was quite close, and if those three had gone in at 100, 25 and 25, that would have been a really, really nice little treble. And then across doubles, we had First Folio place, Apollo 1 place, but only with Sky Bet. And then Aldous Huxley was a non-runner. So we got a couple of quid back because of that fact, but Knightswood was then one out of the placings by a nose. So it was close to doing that. Knightswood coming 5th, not 6th, would have been the difference between breaking even and losing yesterday. Then the Win Trixie wasn't so good. The first two were both third. The third one did go and win. So one winner there, so not so good. And then this bet, bit disappointing on those. Concierge placed, and then the next two didn't. So we just got a place single on that one. And then down round, but it looked like it was going right in the cheap seats. Managed to snag 4th place, which some bookies paid. I think it was 10-1, backed in from 33s, which is huge. And then Miss Louise didn't do anything, so we just got a single back for that. As I said, I got it as 32-1, exactly 13 back, but it was a little bit bookmaker dependent yesterday. Okay, today, what have we got? I haven't got a lucky 15. There wasn't enough that I liked, so I've done it as 2 each way Trixies and some cross doubles. So this is what it looks like. So it's a little bit different to usual today. So the 435. So this white turf, I looked at it last night, and it was about 14-1, and there was 10 runners. There's now 2 non-runners, and one of them was the favourite. So it's now 11-2. 8 runners. I still think it's got value in it. And the big thing here to watch out for, if you've got the option, Sky Bet are 4 places on that race still, even though there's 8 runners. So I didn't take it because there was going to be 4 places. I took it because I thought it was good at 14s in a 10-runner race. But 11-2, basically half of the field, you need 4 out of 8. It's got to be in the top half. I think it's worth its place in there. I wouldn't be doing a single on it. But for this bet, I'm happy with it. So we've got 2 Trixies, both starting with white turf. So the first one then is 5:15 Pontefract Tigerton 18-1, and the 6:45 Pontefract Golden Apollo 10s. So that's a 25p each way Trixies. No singles on these today. And then bet 2 is the same races. So again, it's white turf in the 4:35 Worcester, going on to the Rutland Rebel 5:15 at Pontefract 7-1. And Manny Gordo 6:45 Pontefract 20-1. So that's again 25p each way Trixie. So that's each way doubles and trebles. And then on those 4 Pontefract ones, I've done it as cross doubles as well. So 5:15 at Pontefract, the Rutland Rebel and Tigerton, and the 6:45 Pontefract Golden Apollo Manny Gordo. 4 cross 50p each way doubles. So all combinations there, and that should round you up to £8. With these races, again, Sky Bet are definitely the best place to put them on. So it's massively could be helpful to be Sky Bet today if it's snagging places. Clearly, if any of these win, it makes no difference. But on the place days, it does. So if you've got the option Sky Bet, but I would happily put these on with the other major bookmakers or pay extra places, because I think at the moment Sky are still 5 and 6 on that race. Okie doke, that's that. And then the golf. We've got chances. It's going to be a bit squeaky, definitely. So, of our 7 players, 6 made the cut and 3 are definitely in contention. But yeah, scoring is hard to come by. So we've got Hardy, who is currently 10th, which is good enough. So we're in the top 10 place market. And then we've got McCarthy and Wise, who are both tied 11th. And then Tringale is close enough to possibly get interest in, and then as far as Homer and English go, they're done, I think. So we've got 3, definitely, possibly 4 in there. So yeah, I mean, even just snagging one in the places would be all right. But if we can get a couple in that top 10, or even get one who has a little bit of a go at challenge of the lead, that'll be great. There's some really, really top players in that top 10, and a lot of them were a lot shorter prices. So I'm really happy with where I'm sat in terms of the value of the tournament. If you look at it now, there's not many in and around that kind of top 15, 16 leaderboard that were a decent price, really. So yeah, happy with how it's gone so far in the US Open. But let's see if we can at least get 1, hopefully 2, excitingly 3 in the top 10. That would be very good. But yeah, we'll see. Right, that is me. I'll be back in the morning, usual stuff, and at some point, maybe tonight, I'll do a quick review of Ascot video, just to wrap that stuff up. All right, that is me. Thanks very much. Cheerio.